If you were to ask me 2 months ago what the most influential cards coming out of Twilight Masquerade would be, I'd probably give you an answer of something like Reset Stamp or Dragapult EX. Fast forward to today, and that answer is very different. The answer is a card that was very overlooked when it was initially announced. The card I'm of course talking about is Teal Mask Ogerpon EX. So, why is it so good? Let's jump into the video and figure it out. When Teal Mask Ogerpon EX was first revealed, people were like, well, this card's probably pretty mid. It has that Teal Dance ability, which reads you may attach a Grass Energy card from your hand to this Pokemon, and if you attached an energy from your hand to a Pokemon in this way, draw a card. Which is pretty good. You're attaching an energy, you're drawing a card, both those are good things to do. However, its Myriad Leaf Storm attack really isn't that great. For 3 grass energies, it has a base damage of 30 damage, and then 30 more damage for each energy attached to both active Pokemon. Now, if we've only got 3 energy on Ogerpon, that's only 120 damage, assuming our opponent has no energies attached. So that's not really that great. So why is Ogerpon EX so broken? Well, to answer simply, it really isn't. It really comes down to Ogerpon's partner. And of course I'm talking about Raging Bolt EX. Raging Bolt EX is a card from Temporal Forces. It's a dragon type with 240 HP, and it has the great attack Bellowing Thunder. For 1 fighting and 1 lightning energy, Bellowing Thunder does 70 damage for each energy you discard from all your Pokemon in play. Now, this can be really great, as we can discard the grass energies that we previously attached onto our Teal Mask Ogerpon EX. Now, you're probably thinking, fighting and lightning, that has nothing to do with Ogerpon. And while you're absolutely right, we can utilize cards like Professor Sada's Vitality to accelerate these fighting and lightning energies to our Raging Bolts in play. Then, after we discard energies, we can use cards like Energy Retrieval in order to put those energies back onto our Ogerpon EX. So, is this really a great deck? How great can it actually perform when Raging Bolt EX previously was kind of just a meme deck to play? Well, if you look at Limitless TCG standings, Raging Bolt and Ogerpon is the #1 deck right now by a large margin. Okay, so why is the deck so popular right now? Well, truthfully, it takes really great matchups into some of the top decks in the format, including a 70-30 matchup split into Dragapult EX. Dragapult being one of the top decks in the format means that there are decks that are just trying to counter it, and Raging Bolt is one of those decks that counters it very well. You also take a really good Miraidon matchup, which is probably a 75-25, and a really awesome Greninja matchup, which is probably an 80-20. So what are our poor matchups? Well, Raging Bolt does have a good amount of poor matchups, and this is pretty much anything that attacks mainly with single prize Pokemon. This includes Gardevoir, Lost Box, and Lugia. Obviously, Lugia is probably the most beatable because they do play a lot of 2-prize attackers, and being able to donk a turn 1 Lugia is really strong. Lost Box also can struggle to chain those single prize attackers, so that matchup can be relatively easily beaten. But a deck like Gardevoir can be really difficult. Drifloon means that we're only taking 1 prize card at a time, and that's just not ideal for a deck that is all 2-prize Pokemon. Yeah, we've gone through the good, we've gone through the bad, so what's the mediocre? Well, truthfully, Charizard is one of those 50-50 matchups that can go either deck's way really easily. If we play Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon and they play no text for it, it's an automatic win for us. If we get jammed because they do play a tech for Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon, it's pretty much an automatic loss. So it's kind of a coin flip on whether or not our opponent is playing that Canceling Cologne or that Gouging Fire. We've also got a pretty 50-50 Regidrago box matchup, a pretty 50-50 Chien-Pao matchup, a 50-50 Future Thorns matchup, and most of all, a 50-50 Lost Zone Giratina matchup. Now, all these matchups are definitely winnable, and I think are probably a little bit favored for us, but online, these numbers are roughly 50-50 for each of them. So here's what we've been waiting for. Here is the deck list. So the deck list is pretty straightforward. I like to keep it as simple and as consistent as I can. So for that reason, I've cut cards like Ultra Ball because we don't really have discard fodder, and I've upped our counts on cards like Switch Cart, Earthen Vessel, and Pokégear. Our Pokemon line is pretty standard. We have 4 Raging Bolt, 3 Teal Mask Ogerpon, 2 Squawkabilly, a Radiant Greninja, and a Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon EX. Our supporter count is a little bit different. Some lists are playing a little bit odd of supporter counts compared to this. We are playing those 4 Professor Sada's Vitality, 2 Ionos, and 2 Boss's Orders. I think in general, this is a very, very good supporter count, as we want as many Professor Sada's Vitality as we can. We like that early game consistency that Iono might offer, and obviously we all know Boss is probably one of the best cards in the format. It's pretty much played in every single deck. Like I was talking about earlier, our item count is really, really straightforward. We've got 4 Earthen Vessel, 4 Nest Ball, 4 Pokégear, 4 Switch Cart, 3 Energy Retrieval, 2 Trekking Shoes, a Lost Vacuum, a Hisuian Heavy Ball, a Super Rod, Prime Catcher ASR Spec, and a Pal Pad. Now all these cards play very crucial roles in the deck. Switch Cart is here so that if we want to get out of a damaged Raging Bolt, or if we want to get out of maybe a Teal Mask Ogerpon, we can do that and we don't have to sit here in hard retreat. Energy Retrieval is here because when we use our Bellowing Thunder attack, we're discarding grass energies off of our Teal Mask Ogerpon EX. Now with Energy Retrieval, we can use those to get those grass energies back and then Teal Dance once again. We do have cards like Bravery Charm, which does give Raging Bolt 290 HP, which is really relevant, as if he had like 280 HP, he'd be a little more susceptible to attacks like Lost Impact. Bravery Charm is really good, especially in the mirror, as we are swinging in quantities of 70. We do 280 damage for 4 energy, so just being able to go, I'm going to put Bravery Charm on my active Raging Bolt, so maybe I survive that turn 1 attack in the mirror, is really, really strong. We play PokéStop because like half our deck is items, and overall it's probably just the best supporter card in this deck, or stadium in this deck. We can discard our energies off of it. We can pretty much just, it's so flexible in this deck, and it is so busted. Our energy count is pretty much standard across the board. Most lists are running this. It's 6 grass energy, 3 fighting, and 3 lightning. So now that we've seen the list, let's jump into a game. Let's see how it actually performs. Alrighty, so it looks like our opponent did win the coin flip, and we will be going first. Now, obviously, as Raging Bull, we want to be going second so that we can potentially get those big turn 1 explosive knockouts. That being said, our opponent did choose to go second, so we probably want to hang this Radiant Greninja in the active spot here, as if they're going to be taking a knockout, we want it to be a single prize card, right? So that's why we don't have that Squawkabilly on our bench. We don't have anything else in our active spot. We've just got that Greninja for now. It's a pretty good opening hand, to be honest. Let's just go right in with Hisuian Heavy Ball so we don't have to prize check. Here we can see we did prize 4 energy, which is a lot, as we do only play 12, and especially 2 grass energy. When we've already got 2 in our hand, it can be a little bit scary. So here we are going to go and bench that Squawkabilly. I know discarding these energies, because we are going in and we are going to Squawk and seize them, discarding them is a little bit sketchy because we do have cards like those double grass energies prized. But here we are just going to go in and Squawk and seize here. Get rid of our whole hand and draw 6 more. Try to establish some of our Raging Bolts. Here we're going to attach a Bravery Charm here. We're going to go Nest Ball. We're going to grab a Teal Mask Ogerpon EX. Here, now we are going to go Energy Retrieval for a grass and another grass here. And I think overall this is probably just the best spot we can be in. We're going to go Teal Dance for 1 here. Get that grass energy attached. Draw a card. We do have that Professor Sada's Vitality for next turn. Here we can go PokéStop. That's a bad 3 cards to PokéStop, but you know what? It's okay. Now, we are keeping our Pokégears here, because on the chance we do get Iono'd or Roxanne late game, it's really good to have our Pokégears for later in the game. Here we're going to go in with our Trekking Shoe. We probably want to put that fighting energy into our hand. We could have gone in with Earthen Vessel, but we don't really have anything that we want to get rid of right now, right? Like, we can't dump our Switch Cart, we can't dump our Sada's Vitality, we can't dump our Pokégear. So here we are just going to pass. Now, obviously, it doesn't really matter what's in our active spot. Chien-Pao can't swing on turn 1, so that's a pretty good thing for us. They do have 2 2-prizers on the board as well, so that makes it a little bit easier for us to be doing big damage in taking those 2 prize knockouts, as this matchup can be a little bit hard if they don't bench a 2-prizer and we're forced to swing a 1-prizer before they swing for 2 prizes. So here they're going to go Buddy Poffin. I'm assuming that's going to be for 2 Fridge. There they are right there. Just typical Chien-Pao. We all know how Chien-Pao is played. So let's see what else our opponent can make happen this turn. Maybe they're going to hit the PokéStop, find something like that Nest Ball to find that Radiant Ninja. There's the Nest Ball right there. They do get rid of that Irida, which is pretty good for us, as Irida is really, really strong for them. They're going Nest Ball here. I'm assuming we're going to see a Radiant Greninja here. It just makes the most sense. There he is right there. Cards like Iron Hands don't really affect us either, as they're not really swinging the matchup in their favor by using a card like Iron Hands EX. There's the Shivery Chill for 2 water energy. We probably would have wanted to see that before the PokéStop, as we don't really want those waters in the discard yet. So here they're just going to go attach 1 water energy for a turn, and it looks like they might be passing here. They're going to go concealed cards. Let's see if they can make anything else happen. I don't know what else they even want to happen, to be honest. They did choose to go second. It was a little bit weird to me that they did that. But you know what? I see weird stuff all the time. Let's see what they're going to... Well, we don't get to see off their Cypher Maniac, but... They're Cypher Maniacing for something. They don't have that concealed cards anymore, so maybe it's not... Like, I don't really know what it's going to be. Probably Rare Candy backs, assuming they don't have those in their hand. It might be for an Irida. Don't really know what they're going for. We can't see their hand. They do have a fairly large hand of 6 cards, so it could be for something that we honestly aren't guessing whatsoever. So here, there's a deck shuffled, 2 cards on top, and let's see if that's just going to be a pass from them here. I'm assuming it's probably close to the end of their turn. So yeah, there we go. There we have that pass. We are able to swing this Chien-Pao for the knockout here. I think right away we might just go and hit this PokéStop. We do hit a good amount of cards off this. Let's go Earthen Vessel away this Earthen Vessel. We're going to grab 2 more Grass Energy here. And we are going to go in with this Teal Dance. Attach that energy, draw a card. And this does guarantee us the attack this turn. We are also going to go in with concealed cards here. We do want to hit another Pokemon if we can. Sometimes it's a little hard to do. Like, we only play 4. Well, we can only play 4 Raging Bolt. We've already discarded 2, obviously. So maybe we're in a little bit of a sticky spot. We've got to remember, hey, we only play that 1 Super Rod in our deck. So here I'm going to go Professor Sada's Vitality, this Lightning on. Draw those 3 cards. Here's a Nest Ball. We are going to Nest Ball for this Raging Bolt. Then we're going to Nest Ball again for another Ogerpon here. Not that. The other Ogerpon, or we could go Teal Mask Ogerpon EX. They do have that Canceling Cologne likely in their deck, so I don't know how much I like that play. So here we go, Energy Retrieval. Here's Fighting. Here's Grass. Then we can go with that Teal Dance. Attach this Grass Energy, draw another card, and this is where the deck really starts to shine. Let's go Trekking Shoes. We probably don't need this Pokégear. We've already got 3 in our hand. What's a 4th one? And we just go into a Nest Ball, which isn't useful for us anyways. Let's attach this Bravery Charm onto this Raging Bolt. Let's go Fighting Energy there. Play this Switch Cart into this Raging Bolt EX, and let's swing Bellowing Thunder here. Now, Teal Mask Ogerpon, probably not a great attacker in this matchup, so we are just simply going to go and discard a Lightning, or a Fighting, and 3 Grass Energies. That's 280 damage for the knockout on this Chien-Pao. Now, if they cannot make a knockout happen this turn for them, we're probably winning this game, right? There's 2 energies off that. We do enjoy seeing that. Let's see what they can make happen. I'm assuming they've got that Rare Candy backs pretty much guaranteed. Let's see if they Shivery Chill before they draw those top decks, though. Here's the Irida, so they're not seeing all the cards from the top deck that they did for the Cypher Maniac. Oh my goodness, I keep yawning. I'm not really, I'm pretty tired, I guess. I do leave for NAIC in the morning, so I should probably get to bed soon. But hopefully this game, we can get it going in our favor. They do get that Prime Catcher here. I'm assuming the Prime Catcher is going to be knocking out maybe Radiant Greninja, maybe Raging Bull. I'm not overly sure what the Prime Catcher is going to do. I'd assume they just want to swing a 2-prizer here, but maybe if they want to kill Radiant Greninja with their Excalibur, that seems pretty good. Here it looks like they're going to bundle us, which wouldn't be too bad. Bundle would be really good if his attack was all basic Pokemon can't hurt him instead of all evolution Pokemon. But let's see what our opponent makes happen here. They're going to go Hyper Blower. We're just going to sack the Squawkabilly EX here, I think. Because them swinging these two prizes, Squawkabilly is the least useful Pokemon we have on our board. Even if they swing it with Iron Hands for 3 prizes, they still have to swing 3 prizer, 2 prizer, 2 prizer. Now they could swing that Rad Ninja too, but that's still fine because that's still 3 knockouts they have to take. It's not actually fixing their math whatsoever, right? Whereas unless they hit 2 Iron Hands EX attacks, it's not doing anything for them. If they've got that 2-card hand, they are going to bench the Iron Hands, get a little greedy with it. I actually don't think it's the correct play to do that. Just Iron Hands is a big retreat cost. It's really not that beefy. And like, it requires 4 energy to swing something like a Squawkabilly, where Chien-Pao EX only requires 3, so it's probably better to just swing with Chien-Pao EX anyways. So here they're going to attach that water. It looks like they're going to just be retreating maybe. Maybe they're going to Super Cold. Maybe they're going to Shivery Chill. I'm not really sure yet. They haven't Shivery Chilled yet. There's the Shivery Chill there. So they're going to grab those 2 waters. It's just whether or not they want to try to swing with the Iron Hands or swing with the Chien-Pao. In their situation, I wouldn't have benched the Iron Hands yet, but what do I know, right? So here they're going to go. They are going to attach. They're just going to be swinging with this Chien-Pao here. Iron Hands cannot knock out something like a Raging Bolt. So if I can swing this Chien-Pao EX, they're probably not looking great because they will be down. There's the Hellblade there for 3 energy. We are going to pretty much guarantee the knockout here with this Raging Bolt. So there's that 180 damage. We're just going to go into this Raging Bolt with this fighting energy on it. We do have 2 lightnings in hand, so the reason we're going into the fighting one is because even if we whiff that Professor Sada's vitality, we are still able to attack, right? So here we can go concealed cards away this other lightning. We currently have no lightning in our discard pile. So there's a Professor Sada's vitality right there. Let's Teal Dance first. Attach this grass energy from our hand. There's 1 Earthen Vessel. We can Earthen Vessel away this Nest Ball. Don't think it's too useful. No energy cards in our deck. We actually don't have many cards left in our deck whatsoever, so we do have to watch out and make sure that we are not decking ourselves out. So here I am actually just going to go and attach this lightning energy for a turn. I'm not sure if I want a Professor Sada yet. Yeah, I will. I'll go Professor Sada. We'll go Professor Sada, attach a fighting here, attach a lightning here. And then there's the 3 cards we do get. Now we do have this Super Rod. On the off chance they do Iono us, we don't really need a Super Rod yet because it does kind of eliminate some of the cards we can get. It just gives us more poor cards to draw into. So here I think Bellowing Thunder is just our best attack. We're going to go discard 1, discard 2, discard 3, and then discard a 4th energy here. Actually, you know what? We're going to discard the fighting off of this one. And the reason we're doing that is if we take the fighting energy off our prizes here, it just gives us 1 extra out to not needing a Professor Sada's vitality. There's the fighting energy there. So I think we've just got it in the bag now. Pretty much, no matter what they do, there is nothing they can do. We do have that Professor Sada's. We're going to find it off the Pokégear. We know there's still 2 in our deck. Might actually just be 1, but I think there's 2 in our deck. So they're going to go Irida here. Not sure what the Irida is for. It might be for that Chien-Pao. Probably Chien-Pao Superior Energy Retrieval would be my guess. But I think in general, this game is just wrapped up. It's guaranteed for us at this point. Even if they were to Iono us, we're probably finding our outs. Just there's so many cards here that help us. We could go into like Squawkabilly plus Fighting Energy and probably be in a pickle. But even if we go into a Fighting Energy, we still have concealed cards. And then obviously our Pokégears are really useful. Super Rod might not be that useful. Prime Catcher might not be too useful. But I think we're probably looking pretty good here. There's the SER like I did predict. They do have 4 energy in the discard. They're going to discard that Canceling Clone. So here would be where the Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon EX would be really broken, is now that they've dumped that Canceling Clone. Let's say they did that turn 1. We could then just bring up Cornerstone Mask and just win the game because the chances they're playing 2 Canceling Clone might not be too great. So there's that concealed cards. Let's see what they can make happen. I'm not sure the possibilities of them even swinging Raging Bolt. He does require 5 energy, which is a pretty big ask, right? Especially in the current board state they're in, right? They could find another SER, but they haven't discarded many energies. They actually just shuffled one of them back in. There's the Prime Catcher play. I'm assuming they're bringing up an Ogerpon, as it is a little bit easier to swing than the Raging Bolt. Nope, they're just bringing up the Raging Bolt. That is just so that they can get that Chien-Pao in the active spot, I guess. I guess, like, yeah, there's nothing they can do here because they already Iridied for that Chien-Pao. Yeah, they're just cooked, I think. Like, there's nothing. We do pretty much we do have it guaranteed because we just Pokégear for the next Sada and then just Sada and then we can attach or whatever we need to do. I don't think we've been through all 3 of our energy retrievals. We've only been through 2. That's okay. I want to say 1 was prized, to be honest, so it's probably still in there because we have gone. Yeah, I do believe there's still an energy prize. That's okay for us. Like I'm not really upset about an energy retrieval. We don't need it. We can always just find out to oh, this looks pretty cool. Look, we've got like a big box over here of our energies trapping in our Professor Sada's vitality. Isn't that cool, guys? The small things in life, am I right? So here, let's go into Raging Bolt. How many Nest Balls have we been through? We've been through all 4 Nest Balls, so we're not... Okay, so there's a Professor Sada's vitality right there. Let's go... attach for turn 1 to Radiant Greninja plus the Sada's vitality gives us 2. We need 3 to guarantee it. So let's go waste a Pokégear. Let's see if there's anything that can help us right here. They do have the energy retrieval in the deck. So here we're just going to grab the Sada's vitality. And then let's just go PokéStop here and just pray we find it. We're going to deck out, but that's okay. We can just go energy retrieval double grass, and this does guarantee it for us. Because here we just go Professor Sada's vitality, attach a lightning energy to the active, and then double Teal dance. So here, we'll bench the Cornerstone. There we go. He's looking mighty handsome here. In this game, like, while the prize trade might look pretty close, there was never a spot where I ever thought we had a potential of losing this game. Because we did swing those first 2 prize cards, it's kind of hard for our opponent to come back from that. You know what? I can't really complain. Let's go do 350 damage, and let's win this game right here. And this has been Raging Bolt. This is kind of what every matchup's like. You're either swinging really hard turn 1, or you're probably just losing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I put a lot more effort into this one, so please leave a comment down below what you thought of it. Maybe you preferred our old style of videos. I think this was a really cool video, but if you guys didn't, that's all right. Just let me know. I'm always open to criticism. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.
Want to support the Shuffle Squad? Be sure to check out all of our sponsors in the description to pick up Pokemon TCG singles, sealed, and PTCG live codes. You made it to the end. Thank you so much for watching this entire video from the Shuffle Squad. Honestly, from the bottom of our hearts, we appreciate each and every person that supports our content, watches what we have going on every single day, every single week, even from time to time, and continuously allows us to have a forum to project our creative content towards the Pokemon TCG community. So if you haven't already, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and even leave a comment to help boost the YouTube algorithm. That being said, we'll catch you with our next video. Thanks again. Take it easy.